Switzerland, a land of striking contrasts and timeless beauty, lies at the heart of Europe, where nature, culture, and precision come together in perfect balance. From its towering Alps and tranquil lakes to its storybook towns and world-famous traditions, this country offers more than scenic views. It reveals a legacy of craftsmanship, innovation, and deep respect for the natural world. As we begin our journey through Switzerland's most extraordinary wonders, we'll venture into glacial valleys, explore ancient castles, and uncover hidden Alpine gems. Along the way, we'll discover the legends, landmarks, and landscapes that make this country so uniquely captivating. But before we explore the wonders themselves, let's take a moment to uncover some fascinating facts about this breathtaking Alpine nation. Switzerland ranks among the world's leaders in quality of life, thanks to its focus on health, education, and social stability. Citizens enjoy excellent access to medical care, clean environments, and strong public services. Nutrition and education are not just priorities, they are a way of life. With low crime rates and high standards in everything from public transport to infrastructure, the country sets a global example of how modern living can be both efficient and humane. It may come at a cost, but for those who live here, the value is seen in every detail of daily life. In Switzerland, communication takes many forms, with 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romance. The country is a unique tapestry of voices and cultures. Most Swiss grow up speaking at least 2 languages, and many speak more. Traveling across cantons can feel like crossing borders, with signs, menus, and conversations shifting between regions. But this linguistic variety is not a barrier. It's a celebration of identity. For visitors and residents alike, it's reassuring to know that misunderstanding is part of the charm, and even among locals, not everyone speaks the same way. In Switzerland, diversity speaks in many tongues. Life in Switzerland comes with a high price tag, especially in cities like Zürich. Ranked among the most expensive cities in the world, Zurich's cost of living is reflected in housing, food, and services. Yet, with higher salaries and strong social systems, the financial weight is more manageable than it seems. Residents pay more, but they also receive more in return: safety, cleanliness, and world-class public infrastructure. It's a place where quality matches cost and where people invest in a lifestyle that reflects balance, opportunity, and long-term well-being. Zermatt. Nestled in a secluded alpine valley, a quiet village once thrived on farming and seasonal rhythms. In the mid-1800s, its fate changed when climbers turned their gaze to the towering peak above. The dramatic first ascent of the Matterhorn in 1865, which ended in tragedy, drew global attention to this remote settlement. Soon, mountaineers and travelers arrived, and the village transformed into a hub for alpine adventure. Today, this destination is renowned for its car-free streets, pristine air, and panoramic views. Visitors can explore the Matterhorn Museum, which delves into the area's rich mountaineering history and cultural heritage. The museum's exhibits, including artifacts from early expeditions, offer a glimpse into the challenges faced by those who first dared to scale the surrounding peaks. However, the region now confronts a new challenge. Glaciers that once dominated the landscape are retreating, visibly altered by rising temperatures. The Zermatt Glacier, for instance, has significantly diminished over the past century. These changes not only reshape the environment, but also impact traditional ways of life and tourism. In response, the community has embraced sustainability. Initiatives include electric public transport, renewable energy projects, and participation in national programs promoting eco-friendly tourism. These efforts aim to preserve the natural beauty and cultural significance of the area for future generations. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a symbol of Alpine resilience, this village embodies the delicate balance between honoring tradition and embracing change. Lago Maggiore. Carved by glaciers and cradled by the Alps, a great lake stretches across the borders of Switzerland and Italy. Along its shores, human life has flourished since ancient times. Early Celtic tribes settled nearby, and later, Roman traders used the waterway to move goods through the region. As centuries passed, the area became a retreat for nobles and wealthy families, who built villas, gardens, and palaces that still shape its identity today. The Borromean Islands, resting in the middle of the lake, are among the most famous landmarks. Isola Bella and Isola Madre are especially known for their lush botanical gardens, rare plants, and ornate buildings. These islands once welcomed emperors, writers, and artists, all captivated by their peaceful atmosphere and stunning views. In the 1800s, the lake rose to new fame as European nobility flocked to its towns. Stresa and Verbania grew into elegant resort destinations where music, art, and nature came together. The calm waters and mountain backdrop offered the perfect escape from city life. But this place of beauty is not untouched by time. Rising temperatures and pollution threaten its ecosystem. Local governments and environmental groups now work to protect the lake's delicate balance. Projects are in motion to restore native plant life, preserve water quality, and guide tourism in an eco-friendly direction. Despite these changes, the lake continues to inspire awe. Its history is written in stone palaces and quiet harbors. Its future depends on care and respect. More than just a scenic destination, it stands as a reminder of how nature and culture can shape each other over time, and how both must be protected for the generations still to come. Zürich. Along the banks of a river and the edge of a lake, a settlement emerged over 2,000 years ago. Initially a Roman customs post known as Turicum, it evolved into a vital center for trade and governance. In the Middle Ages, the establishment of the Fraumünster Abbey by Emperor Louis the German marked a significant turning point, granting the city both spiritual prominence and economic privileges. The 14th century brought political transformation with the rise of guilds, leading to a more autonomous civic structure. Later, in the 16th century, the city became a focal point of the Reformation under the leadership of Huldrych Zwingli, influencing religious practices across the region. In contemporary times, the city has garnered recognition for its commitment to sustainability. Initiatives such as the Zurich Takes Responsibility strategy emphasize ecological, social, and economic sustainability, aiming to preserve the environment while fostering community well-being. The city boasts extensive green spaces, efficient public transportation, and policies that promote renewable energy and waste reduction. These efforts have positioned it as a model for sustainable urban living. Culturally, the city thrives with a rich tapestry of arts and traditions. Institutions like the Kunsthaus Zurich and the Swiss National Museum showcase a blend of historical artifacts and contemporary art. The annual street parade, one of the world's largest techno festivals, reflects the city's dynamic and inclusive spirit. Neighborhoods such as Zurich West have transformed from industrial zones into vibrant hubs of creativity, featuring galleries, theaters, and innovative culinary scenes. Lauterbrunnen. In a secluded alpine valley, sheer cliffs rise dramatically, while waterfalls plunge from staggering heights. This striking landscape, carved by ancient glaciers, has stirred awe for generations. The valley is home to 72 waterfalls, including Stabach Falls, whose misty veil once inspired the verses of Goethe. and the hidden Trummelbach Falls, which roar deep within the mountains, carrying glacial waters from the Eiger, Monk, and Jungfrau. The name of the village, meaning loud springs, speaks to the ever-present sound of falling water echoing through the valley. Once a quiet farming community, it gradually caught the attention of early travelers and mountaineers. With the arrival of the railway in the late 1800s, the valley opened to the outside world, bringing with it a new era of exploration. Nearby car-free resorts like Wengen and Mürren began to grow, perched high above the cliffs, offering views of the surrounding peaks. Stories of alpine adventure soon followed. Climbers, writers, and painters ventured into the valley, drawn by its untamed beauty and towering mountains. Wooden chalets with flower-gilled balconies dotted the meadows, standing in contrast to the wild rock walls that framed them. In every season, the valley offered a different face. Lush green pastures in summer, golden larch forests in autumn, and snow-covered stillness in winter. Lauterbrunnen remains a place where nature speaks with clarity and force. Its towering waterfalls and dramatic scenery stand as a living record of the Earth's power and grace. Through centuries of change, the valley has kept its spirit, timeless, bold, and unspoiled, reminding all who pass through of the mountain's silent majesty. Oeschinen Lake. High in the Bernese Alps, a turquoise lake rests beneath towering peaks. Formed more than 2,000 years ago, it came into existence when a massive landslide from the Doldenhorn created a natural dam. Glacial waters slowly gathered behind it, giving shape to a hidden jewel of the mountains. Encircled by the mighty Blumlesalp, Frundenhorn, and Doldenhorn peaks, the lake lies at an elevation where snow-fed streams flow in, while the waters quietly drain underground, resurfacing further down the valley. Its vivid blue color and glassy surface have long fascinated those who come across it, reflecting the sky and stone in every season. In the 8800s, the arrival of guests to a newly built mountain inn near the lake marked the beginning of tourism in this quiet region. Hikers and nature lovers journeyed upward to witness its peaceful beauty and dramatic surroundings. The lake soon came to symbolize the pure and untouched character of the Swiss Alps. Over time, it became not just a local treasure, but a place recognized around the world. The area's raw nature is still active. Snowmelt alters the lake's depth each year, and the surrounding slopes remain shaped by geological movement. Scientists and conservationists observe the region closely, knowing its value lies not only in its beauty, but in its fragility. Oeschinen Lake is more than a destination. It is a monument to time, carved by forces larger than life, and kept alive by the balance between stillness and change. With its calm waters held high in the heart of the mountains, it offers a quiet reminder of how nature builds and transforms slowly, powerfully, and with lasting grace. Rhine Falls. In northern Switzerland, a powerful cascade plunges over a limestone ledge, sending white spray into the air and filling the valley with a deep, thunderous roar. Formed during the last ice age, nearly 15,000 years ago, shifting glaciers forced the Rhine River to carve a new path through ancient rock, giving rise to what would become the largest plain waterfall in Europe. Stretching 150 meters wide and dropping 23 meters in height, the falls are not just a natural marvel, they are a symbol of the river's unstoppable strength. Artists and poets have long been drawn to this place. In the 1800s, painters stood before the misty cliffs to capture its motion, while travelers described it in writing as both beautiful and terrifying. On either side of the waterfall, castles stand guard. Schloss Laufen, perched on a rocky outcrop, has watched over the water for centuries. Across the river, Schloss Leaworth recalls the days when goods and people moved along the Rhine in steady flow. These historic buildings are part of the story, linking the landscape to generations of human presence. Over time, the power of the falls sparked interest beyond their beauty. Proposals to use the rushing water for electricity challenged public opinion. Debates rose, but the people spoke in favor of preservation. The falls remained untouched, a rare victory for nature in the age of industrial expansion. Rhine Falls is more than a waterfall. It is a living monument to the force of water, the weight of history, and the choices that shape a landscape. As mist rises from the crashing river and rainbows form in the sun, it continues to move both the earth and those who stand before it. Lake Lucerne. Shaped like a twisting mirror of the mountains, this lake stretches through deep valleys and steep cliffs, its surface reflecting the peaks of central Switzerland. Formed by retreating glaciers at the end of the last ice age, it carved its way through rock and time, creating a path that now links some of the country's most dramatic alpine landscapes. The waters are calm in places and wild in others, winding through narrow arms and wide basins. In earlier centuries, these routes were vital for travel and trade, long before roads reached the heights above. Wooden boats once carried goods and people between distant communities, connecting the heart of Switzerland in ways only water could allow. Legends also run deep here. One of the most famous tales speaks of a man named William Tell, said to have crossed the lake in a storm to escape his captors. The cliffs that rise near the Tell Chapel still carry his story, blending myth and landscape into a single, powerful image of freedom and resistance. Towering above the water, Mount Pilatus and Mount Rigi cast their reflections over the lake's changing moods. Steamships from the 19th century still glide across the surface, their tall smokestacks rising against the sky, reminders of a time when exploration came by paddle and steam. These historic vessels, carefully preserved, offer more than a journey. They offer a connection to the spirit of an earlier age. Lake Lucerne remains a masterpiece of contrasts. Wild and calm, ancient and timeless, it links nature and history in every ripple and shadow. Winding through valleys and past mountains, it speaks of endurance, legend, and the quiet strength of water moving through stone. Grindelwald. At the foot of towering Alpine giants, a village unfolds, where green meadows meet rugged stone. This place, embraced by the Eiger, Monch, and Wetterhorn peaks, offers a setting that feels both grand and intimate. Its wooden chalets and winding paths invite visitors into a world where nature and tradition coexist harmoniously. From the village, a gondola ascends to a realm of adventure. At the summit, the first cliff walk stretches along the mountainside, offering breathtaking views of the valley below. Nearby, the tranquil waters of Bachelpsee reflect the sky, providing a serene contrast to the dramatic peaks. For those seeking excitement, the First Flyer and First Glider offer exhilarating rides through the alpine air, while the Trottabike descent winds through flower-gilled meadows back to the village. In winter, the area transforms into a snowy playground, with slopes catering to skiers and snowboarders of all levels. Beyond its natural beauty, the village itself tells a story. The Grindelwald Museum showcases the region's history, from early mountaineering feats to the development of alpine tourism. Local eateries serve traditional dishes, offering flavors that have been passed down through generations. Grindelwald is a place where every path leads to a new discovery, where the mountains stand as silent guardians over a village that welcomes all who seek its charm. Caumasee. Hidden within a dense alpine forest, a turquoise lake shimmers beneath the sunlight. Nestled at an elevation of 997 meters, this serene body of water owes its existence to the aftermath of a massive prehistoric rock slide, which reshaped the landscape and created a basin that now cradles the lake. Fed by underground springs, its waters remain remarkably clear and exhibit hues ranging from emerald green to deep blue, depending on the light and season. The lake's name, derived from the Romansh language, translates to Lake of Siesta, reflecting its tranquil ambiance. Unlike many alpine lakes, it maintains a relatively warm temperature during the summer months, often reaching up to 24 degrees Celsius. This warmth, combined with its sheltered location, has made it a favored spot for relaxation and recreation. Access to the lake is unique. A funicular railway, established in 1939 and refurbished in 1988, transports visitors down an 80-meter descent through the forest, offering a gentle introduction to the lake's secluded beauty. Surrounding the water, well-maintained paths invite leisurely walks, while a small island near the center adds to the picturesque setting. Seasonal changes influence the lake's water levels, which can fluctuate by several meters throughout the year. These variations are closely tied to the underground water system, a complex network that continues to intrigue hydrologists and nature enthusiasts alike. Caumasee stands as a testament to nature's ability to transform and heal. From the chaos of a landslide emerged a haven of peace and beauty, offering a timeless retreat for those seeking solace amidst the grandeur of the Swiss Alps. Rhine Gorge. Towering cliffs of pale limestone rise sharply from the valley floor, their jagged edges shaped by millennia of natural forces. This dramatic landscape, often referred to as the Swiss Grand Canyon, owes its formation to a massive geological event. Approximately 10,000 years ago, a colossal landslide from the Flims Massif released over 7 cubic kilometers of rock, obstructing the valley and creating a natural dam. Over time, the anterior Rhine carved its way through this debris, sculpting the deep, winding chasm known today as the Rhine Gorge. Stretching between the villages of Ilans and Reichenau, the gorge spans 13 kilometers and plunges up to 400 meters deep. The steep walls, composed of layers of rock fragments and limestone, display a spectrum of colors and textures, bearing witness to the region's dynamic geological history. The Romansh name for the gorge, Ruinalta, combines ruina, scree slope, and alta, high, aptly describing its towering, rugged terrain. Beyond its geological significance, the gorge is a haven for biodiversity. Its unique microclimate supports a variety of flora and fauna, including rare orchids and bird species. The interplay of sunlight and shadow across the cliffs creates ever-changing vistas, captivating visitors throughout the seasons. Lucerne. Colorful facades, flower-decked balconies, and a backdrop of towering mountains make this city one of the most picturesque in Switzerland. Known for its storybook charm, Lucerne blends old-world beauty with alpine elegance. Each street, square, and tower tells a visual story, wrapped in calm and grace. The Chapel Bridge stands as the city's most iconic landmark. With its sloping roof and series of painted panels, it stretches diagonally across the Reuss River, offering a walk through centuries of local tradition. At its side, the stone water tower rises proudly, a symbol of Lucerne's strength and character. Nearby, the Music Wall still watches over the city. This medieval fortification, complete with its original towers, includes the Zeiturm, home to the city's oldest clock. Its chimes echo across the rooftops each hour, always sounding before any other clock in town. Wandering through the old town, visitors find narrow alleys, painted buildings, and hidden courtyards that capture the timeless charm of the region. Frescoes decorate historic walls, while small shops and cafes invite quiet moments among centuries-old stones. Art and music also thrive here. Lucerne is home to renowned festivals, theaters, and concert halls. Its cultural calendar draws visitors from around the world, offering performances that match the city's setting in elegance and emotion. Framed by mountains and filled with character, Lucerne is famous for its beauty, architecture, and peaceful rhythm. It is a place where the past lives gently in the present and where every view holds a sense of wonder. Château de Chillon. Rising from a rocky islet along the shores of Lake Geneva, this medieval fortress stands as one of Switzerland's most iconic landmarks. Its stone walls and towers have witnessed centuries of history, serving both as a strategic stronghold and a residence for nobility. The castle's picturesque setting, framed by the serene lake and the towering Alps, has inspired countless visitors and artists alike. Inside, visitors can explore a labyrinth of rooms, including grand halls adorned with period furnishings, a chapel with medieval frescoes, and subterranean vaults that once held prisoners. One such prisoner, François Bonnivard, inspired Lord Byron's famous poem, The Prisoner of Chillon, after the poet visited the castle and saw Bonnivard's name etched into the dungeon wall. Byron's own signature can still be seen there today. The castle's architecture reflects its evolving role over the centuries, from a defensive fortress to a stately residence. Its well-preserved structures, including battlements, courtyards, and living quarters, offer a glimpse into medieval life. The panoramic views from its towers provide a breathtaking perspective of the surrounding landscape, making it a favorite subject for painters and photographers. Blausee. Nestled within a dense alpine forest, a small lake gleams with an otherworldly blue. Formed over 15,000 years ago by a massive landslide, this tranquil body of water is fed by underground springs, resulting in its remarkable clarity and vibrant hue. The lake's serene ambiance is further enhanced by its surrounding moss-covered rocks and towering pine trees. A poignant legend tells of a young maiden who, mourning the loss of her beloved, shed tears that turned the lake its distinctive blue. A submerged statue at the lake's bottom commemorates this tale, adding a touch of mystique to the already enchanting setting. Visitors can explore the lake via glass-bottom boats, offering unobstructed views of the underwater world, including schools of trout and submerged tree trunks. The surrounding nature park features well-maintained walking trails, picnic areas, and designated spots for barbecues, making it an ideal location for relaxation. Blausee stands as a testament to nature's ability to create profound beauty, offering a peaceful retreat that captivates all who visit. Bern. Red rooftops stretch across a sandstone ridge, encircled by the turquoise waters of the Aare River. This city, with its blend of medieval charm and vibrant culture, offers a captivating experience for visitors. The Zitglocke, a 13th century clock tower, stands as a testament to Bern's rich history. Every hour, its mechanical figures perform a delightful show, drawing crowds to witness this centuries-old tradition. Nearby, the Bern Cathedral, Switzerland's tallest, invites visitors to climb its spire for panoramic views of the city and surrounding landscapes. Strolling through the old town's arcaded streets, one encounters a series of Renaissance fountains, each with its own story. Among them, the kind Liefresserbrunnen, or Child Eater Fountain, intrigues and mystifies with its unique depiction. These fountains, alongside the city's well-preserved architecture, contribute to its designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Beyond its historical landmarks, Bern offers lush green spaces like the Rose Garden, providing serene spots to relax and admire the city's beauty. The Gürten, a nearby hill, offers hiking trails and a funicular ride to its summit, rewarding visitors with sweeping views of the capital. In Bern, every corner reveals a blend of history, culture, and natural beauty, making it a destination that leaves a lasting impression. Matterhorn. A solitary peak rises with striking symmetry, its four faces aligned precisely with the cardinal directions. This mountain, standing at 4,478 meters, dominates the skyline above Zermatt, its near-perfect pyramid shape making it one of the most photographed in the world. Its silhouette is so iconic that it has become a national symbol, even gracing the packaging of Swiss chocolate. Formed millions of years ago by the collision of the African and European tectonic plates, the Matterhorn's summit is composed of ancient African rock pushed atop European layers. This geological history contributes to its unique appearance and the steep, challenging faces that have both enticed and tested climbers. The mountain remained unclimbed until July 14, 1865, when Edward Whymper and his team reached the summit. Tragically, during their descent, 4 climbers fell to their deaths, marking the ascent as both a triumph and a somber milestone in mountaineering history. Since then, the Matterhorn has claimed over 500 lives, underscoring its reputation as one of the deadliest peaks in the Alps. Despite its dangers, the Matterhorn continues to draw adventurers and tourists alike. The Hornli Ridge remains the most popular route for climbers, while others opt to admire the peak from safer vantage points. The recently completed Matterhorn Alpine crossing, the world's highest 3S cableway, now connects Zermatt in Switzerland to Cervinia in Italy, offering panoramic views of the mountain and surrounding glaciers. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Switzerland. We hope you've been inspired by its majestic landscapes, timeless stories, and unique blend of nature and culture. If you enjoyed this adventure, be sure to subscribe for more explorations of the world's most extraordinary destinations.